Welcome back to my journey of moving to Thailand. I've got 5 new things for you today that I've learned about that you need to know before you move to Thailand or anywhere in the world really, but specifically Thailand. If you haven't seen my other video on locations and what I'm doing and where I'm going, be sure and check out that video. I'll put it at the end down below in the description. You want to be sure to check that out. But this one is all about tips that you don't want to miss all the way to the end. I've got so much value for you here today. Are you moving to Thailand? If you are, hit me up in the comments below. I want to hear from you, why you're moving, when you're moving. Come along on the journey with me. Tip number 1 is all about booking your flight. A lot of people have been asking me this. I'm just overwhelmed and encouraged and grateful for all the people that have commented and messaged me privately and said, I'm so glad you're doing this and so glad for your videos. And I just want to help you guys out. As I learn things, I want to help you guys out and make sure that you're learning them too, and that we're all like sharing knowledge here, right? So booking a flight is a big thing. Like, how do I get affordable flights? I've always flown to Southeast Asia, to Thailand, to Singapore, to Philippines, to Bali, all the Japan, on business class. I'm a bigger guy. I just don't like economy on long flights. Anything over like 4 hours, I'm just like, I'm going to need something bigger and more spacious. And a lot of people go, oh, you're rich or you have a lot of money. No, I don't. I don't have a lot of money, but I know how to search and find good deals. One of the tools I use the most is a website called Skyscanner. They also have an app. I'll put a link down below in the description. But if you use that, you can still book directly with the airlines, but you can find great deals. You can set up trackers on there. That is what I use to track different dates. You need to be flexible with your dates. I'm going to do a whole video on this, but be flexible with your dates and kind of watch it and see if you can find a really good deal. We have flown like $10,000 a seat products for $4,000 or $3,500. We flew all the way to Dubai for $3,000 each on business class all the way to Dubai, which is normally about 10 grand and 20 for first. So there are deals out there. That's what this channel is all about, affordable luxury travel. And that's what I'm all about. That's what I do. I research. I've got travel planners coming. I'll put down below in the link when those are ready, so that you can have, even if you're going on vacation or just going on a short-term trip, you can have like things to make sure you see, things to make sure you do, and all kinds of cities that I've traveled at because I do so much research. But you want to go and find a good deal and book your affordable travel. So try Skyscanner. I'll put a link down below. It's a really great tool. You can also use Google flight trackers, but I've just found that Skyscanner really works especially well for international flights, but also for domestic flights. I just used it for my family. They're going out to California. My parents and some other family members and friends are going different places. And I was like, hey, you gotta check this out. And they were like, wow, I found really great deals on there. Trust me, it'll save you money. Tip number 2 is a bank account. So here in America, you want to get a Charles Schwab checking account. It's free to get. You just put your money in it just like a normal account. You can sign up online. I'll put a link down below. Some of the links below are affiliate links. I make a little bit of money to support the channel and my trip to Thailand, but I appreciate and I'm always grateful when you guys use those and help me out, but you don't have to. You can go directly to their website or search whatever is best for you. But the reason you want a Charles Schwab checking account is because they have unlimited free ATM fees for cash withdrawals when you use their debit card for their checking account. This is mind-blowing. I've flown so much overseas and didn't know this, and it is a crazy good find, and I'm so grateful I did because those ATM fees rack up. And over in Thailand and over in Southeast Asia, like the Philippines or Bali, they use cash a lot more than we do. It's just the way of life for them. A lot of people, even Airbnbs, were like, we want cash. That's why on a lot of my other videos, I recommend Booking.com and Agoda for like booking Homa or hotels and stuff, and using Uber and Grab, because you want to use your card as much as possible to earn those points, earn those miles, and reduce your cash spend, so you don't have to carry a lot of cash around with you, but you will need cash. And so you will need to go to an ATM, and the fees do add up. So this is a great find. open this account up before you go, and you can transfer your money from your other accounts, so you don't have to like make that your sole bank account. But it's just a great thing to have with you. So when you do need that cash, you're walking around the mall or something, and you want some cash, you can get it and not pay those fees. Tip number 3 is all about a Wisecard. A Wisecard is it's called a Wise account, a Wise transfer. There's lots of different names that people use, but it's basically a service for international money. And you can get a card. It costs about $9, a free account. But the beauty of this is you can keep different currencies in your account. So if you have a Thai baht and USD, or Canada and Mexico, if you travel a lot, or you have some Singapore dollars and some Thai baht and some USD, or whatever your situation is, you can pay for things without using the exchange rate. So you can load in a Thai baht, like 20,000 Thai baht, and you can spend that, just like you would on a card. It's just a debit card, and it taps and works with Apple Pay and all that stuff. But you don't pay those exchange fees. And if you do need to exchange it, they do that for a lot cheaper price. So I consider this more of a backup solution, because the Charles Schwab account is going to have you pretty set for ATM fees. And then I don't think you're going to need this very much, but it's easy to get while you're in the States or in the North America region. And so I recommend getting it just in case. You just want to have that backup. Some backup is always good. Even when we travel just for vacation, we'll leave something in the hotel safe or the Airbnb safe. We'll split our cards up, so if something happened, somebody stole it or we lost it, we would have a solution. And this is the same situation. You'll have your Charles Schwab card, but you want a backup. Sound good? Tip number 4 is continuation of this, but it's about credit cards. The best credit cards for international travel are the ones with no foreign transaction fees. And you really want to start earning miles. If you're going to be traveling, you're going to go live overseas, that means you're going to be booking flights, you're going to need to go home occasionally, or you want to travel to other places. So I don't want to get into all the details of miles here, because it's a whole nother video. But I've been learning a lot about this over the last year and a half, and I've taken my first around the world trip all in points for just $350 in taxes. It's pretty crazy. I flew business class from Dallas to Singapore, all over Philippines, Bali, and then back to Frankfurt, and then back to New York, and then back to Dallas. So I literally flew around the globe, and I did that on miles, just spending miles that I collected by getting certain credit cards and spending on them and using them properly. So I'm going to do a whole video on that. There's a lot of videos on YouTube about that, but you want to take a credit card with you, a Visa or a MasterCard and an Amex. And the reason you want to do that is because some people do not take American Express. So you want to have that backup Visa. But the American Express Gold is a card I recommend. It doesn't have any foreign transaction fees, and you're going to get 90,000 miles right off the bat when you sign up and get approved and follow the approval process for that. There's like a 3-month or 2-month spend you got to do. That's pretty normal, and then you'll get the 90,000 points. Free 90,000 points. That's a one-way ticket to Asia on business class. Easy. So I'll put that link down below in the description. But I highly recommend that because you get like 4x points when you buy restaurants, groceries, airfare. You want to use that for that kind of stuff. It's not widely accepted in Thailand or Southeast Asia. I did find some places that took it in the Philippines, in Singapore, Bali, and Thailand. But I just think you should always have it with you. There's a lot of benefits that come with it too. Travel insurance, rental car insurance, cell phone protection, a lot of great stuff that comes with it. And so I just highly, highly recommend it. For Visa card, I highly recommend the Chase Sapphire or the Wells Fargo Autograph. There's no annual fee on those, and there's no foreign transaction fees. I took a card over my first international trip, and I didn't know about this. And every time I swiped it, every time I tapped it, I was getting dinged with fees. And when I got home, I had this whole extra amount of money that I hadn't planned for, didn't know was even happening. So I learned very quickly, make sure if you're traveling, and especially if you're moving to Thailand or anywhere overseas, that you have a card that has no foreign transaction fees. Okay, we've been talking a lot about money and stuff like that, and I just want to make sure you're set up and you're like protected and you have the best tools to get access to the things you're going to need, especially when you're in a foreign country, like when that deposit comes due or when you need to pay for dinner or lunch, because a lot of the food places that are really cheap, you have to have cash to, even at the malls, they have these places that are like food courts, but like way better than food courts here. And there you have to load up a card and then you go around and you can buy things from the different vendors. And the food there is really amazing and super cheap, and you're going to want to do that if you're working on a budget. My whole budget thing is in my video before. I break down a realistic budget of what you need every month in Bangkok, Phuket, Phi Phi, Pattaya, Chiang Mai, different areas too, and of course I'm going to go with the luxury condo and all that stuff. So I don't want to get back into that, but I want to make sure that you know that that information is there and all that stuff. So tip number 5 is mobile phone plans. I get this question a lot too, and I've been asking this question because every time we fly, we started out with Verizon and we were getting dinged like crazy amounts of money. And so a friend of mine recommended AT&T and we switched the whole family over. I mean, there's like 5 or 6 of us on the plan now, and we get a discount because of internet and all this other stuff. And so it's worked out pretty good because with AT&T, you just pay like $100. I think it's $120 now, but we've been paying $100 a month when we're overseas. The first 10 days is all you pay for. It's $10 a day. And then you get unlimited data, unlimited talk, unlimited text. You take your plan with you as you travel. So anywhere in the world we were traveling, in layovers, everything, we had full data, we had full everything. We could talk on the phone. Because what happens when you don't have that is you start getting like, the fees add up, or you start going to Wi-Fi and like I have to find a Wi-Fi spot. So I'm going to plan on keeping mine right now, my AT&T, and spending that extra $120 a month just because I've got businesses and stuff going on and I've got family and stuff on that plan. I can't cancel that plan or get rid of it. If I find that $120 is bumping into my budget too much, then I'm probably going to go look at something like DTAC. It's a company there in Thailand. They charge about $12, $13 a month for unlimited everything. There's a lot of different plans there. Do not get a SIM card in the airport. And a lot of influencers are pitching something called Olafly, which is an awesome company, but they're data only. They don't offer any mobile services. So you're not going to get things like calls, text, stuff like that. You're only going to get data. So be wary of that just in case you think that that's like, apples to apples. And getting SIM cards in the airport are always super expensive. They're limited, stuff like that. So you want to, especially if you're going there, for 3 months, 6 months, a year, you're moving there forever, all that kind of stuff. You want to have more of a traditional plan, and they're really, really cheap. Some people say they even pay $7 a month for unlimited everything. So that may be better for you. And if you have a newer phone, like from the last 3 or 4 years, they use eSIM cards, electronic SIM cards. So everything can be done just signing up on a website. They send you the signal. You do some things on your phone. It walks you through it. Boom, bam, bam. You're good to go. If you have an older phone, I highly recommend you upgrade if you can, because you're just going to get better service and stuff, and you're going to get better pricing. But if you don't want to do that, you'll have a physical SIM card, and they come in singles or duals. If you have a dual, you can keep your current United States or Canada or whatever, wherever you are, your UK SIM card, and put in the international card, and it'll use whichever one you wanted to use. If you have a single, you'll have to take out the one from your home country and save it and protect it, and then put in the international one and then swap it out when you're ready to go home. This is not a huge deal. A lot of people do this. And if you do have a plan like me where you can just ignore all this, like we never deal with this when we travel because it's just another hassle and time consuming that I don't want to have to deal with, especially when we have a 2, 3, 4 week vacation where we have to like get a lot in, got to shoot a lot of video for you guys and stuff like that, where we're on a tight schedule. That's just not something we want to do. I'm going to figure all that out when I get there. and I'm going to see if maybe I want to put in an eSIM card on mine and shut my AT&T one down while I'm there and save the $120. But I just wanted to give you guys, you know, that there's plans there. It's very easy, super easy. People speak English there. You can just walk in a store, in the mall, or you know, ask somebody. Once you get to know somebody, they're gonna definitely help you out with that. There's tons of things, and I'll bring more videos on that. I'll definitely bring you all the details when I get signed up. I'll walk you through all that stuff. Okay? Are you loving this video? If you are, hit that subscribe button. I love you to be part of this journey with me. Become part of Zachus Nation. I love putting out videos like this, and I want you to get notified first when I do. It's free to do so. Cancel at any time and become part of this journey with me, and I will update you every step along the way. And if you're moving to or going anywhere around the world, these tips are going to be great for you. I've got one bonus tip for you if you're still with me. Are you still with me? I love you guys. I love seeing your beautiful faces. This is a cool thing we found. We were on a tuk-tuk tour in our first night in Bangkok. It was a food tour, so he was taking us around to different street vendors and food places and just showing us around town. And the first thing he did was go in a store and grab some of this because it was getting night. It was kind of dusk, and the bugs were coming out. And we had never been to Asia. And so he gave us this. He bought it at a pharmacy right there, 7-Eleven or something. You can get it pretty much anywhere. But this stuff right here is my bonus tip. Like, it is amazing. We've used it in the Philippines. We've used it all over Bali. We've used it, of course, all over Thailand. Never had a mosquito bite. Never had any issues when we use it. Like, and you spray it on yourself. It's so cheap. And you can buy it anywhere. And so we have several bottles. But you spray it on yourself every time you leave your hotel room. You know, all the time. You want to just spray yourself down. It's a lot more natural, too, with all the crap and chemicals that we get here. And it doesn't have a strong scent. In fact, I don't even know if you can really smell it. And so it's just something I wanted to tell you guys about. It's super helpful. We love it. It's just a great tip to know about when you're going over there. No matter what time of year you're going, you know, it is more jungly, especially if you go into Chiang Rai or Chiang Mai, where it's more jungly, or go to see the elephants, things like that. You definitely want to have this and spray it on you. Spray it on your arms, spray it on your legs, spray it all over you, and be generous with it. Not crazy generous, but just spray yourself and be consistent with it. And I promise you, I mean, one night I looked over at her and the mosquitoes were just like swarming her, and she never got a bite. We also take vitamin B1. A lot of people recommended that. We start taking it a couple weeks before the trip, and it's supposed to get into your blood system and make them not want to bite you. So we didn't do that in Thailand, but we did do that in Bali. I don't really know because we didn't get bit in Thailand or in Bali, so I don't know. If you want to try that, that's a bonus tip. That's a little extra tip, okay? So there you have it. Those are my 5 tips for this video. If you enjoyed those and you found value in those, please hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. Please comment below. I love talking to you guys. Ask any questions you have. Any tips you have, please share them below as you're going through this journey or you're doing research and stuff and preparing. I know one certain person said they hope to move there in 4 to 6 years. Going to try to get you there sooner. But I understand we're all in different situations, including me. You know, there's a lot of stuff you have to like get figured out and facilitate once you make that decision. But I'm so excited. It's going to be amazing. My friend keeps asking me, he's been there like 15 years. He's like, you're finally going to do it. You've been talking about this for years. I can just tell you're finally going to come. And I was like, yeah, I think this is really going to happen this time because I'm already packing up and I'm already like putting things in motion that some of it's been difficult. Some of it's been a grieving process because you have a life here. And I don't think I'll be gone forever, but I am planning to go away and take a break and like just try a different way of life. And I want to take you guys along with me, and I want you guys to share it. And I'm going to show you videos that I've taken while I was there in this video, so you can see Thailand too, because I know you enjoy seeing it. Everything from the bustling city of Bangkok to the jungles and the elephants in Chiang Mai, and then the beautiful beaches in Phuket and around Phuket. So it's a beautiful country. It's called the country of smiles because the people are so lovely and so nice. And so I love seeing your beautiful faces. Thank you for watching. I will catch you in the next Zaka's travel video. Safe travels. Peace.
At the chin position สวัสดีค่ะ